So welcome to another Tokyo Revengers video guys. And yeah, with this video, we are ending the Kazetora backstory series. And basically, it's more about the Toman gang. I don't know why Ken Wakui-sensei didn't add this bit in the original story, since it's very important. And totally feels like a canon, as this story directly connects with the main story. In this chapter, we will see the Toman gang's first fight against the Black Dragons. And also the reason behind it, with a full proper explanation. We all know from the main manga that Toman became so popular only after this fight, but they didn't tell anything more than this. So today, we will find out more about it in this video. And you guys have to watch 2 videos before watching this. So I'll give you link for those 2 videos in description box. And we will talk about the last 2 chapters in this video. So before we talk about it, as usual guys, I would kindly appreciate it if you can drop a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Let's go into the video now. So all of the Toman members make fun of Mikey for knocking down Kazetora's father. But Mikey says he thought he was a kidnapper. What's more funny is, Baji is the one who apologized to Kazetora's father. Not Mikey. Because he doesn't want to bow his head to anyone. We saw this in the season 1 of the anime itself. During the hospital scene where Draken and Mikey went to visit Pa's friend's girlfriend. But Kazetora was standing alone and thinking about something. He says that he understood what made Mikey adored by everyone. And he even acknowledged Mikey for helping him. But he still don't want to become friends with him. He says being alone is good for him. Well, we all know that isn't actually true. Even he knows very well that Kazetora really wants to become friends with Mikey. But at the same time, he was so confused about this. More like, he is so scared to become friends with anyone at this point. Because anyone can betray him anytime. But again, I really feel bad for Kazetora. Because of the trauma his parents give him made him think like that. First he's scared to alone. Now he wants to be alone. Even he didn't trust his own friends. The reason why he is thinking like this is because his old friend starts to fight with him. Yeah, the guy who used Kazetora only for money. He always comes with a gang and starts a dispute with Kazetora. So he thinks one day Mikey will do the same thing. 1 week later, once again his friends comes to starts dispute with him. Well, we know that Kazetora beat him alone. But since he come with a gang, he can't fight them all by himself. But still Kazetora didn't want to ask for anyone's help. He thinks that even his own father, mother, and friend can betray him. So he considered every one of them as idiots. Since his friends want to revenge Kazetora for what he did to him in their childhood. He asks him that, why didn't he do it alone? But his friend didn't say anything. He just leaves the place and orders the other guys to beat Kazetora. He didn't hold back or hesitate. He directly runs towards them with an angry face. This shows us how mentally and physically strong Kazetora become. But yeah, all of those guys beats him up and injured Kazetora very badly. He then wakes up and he can't even stand up. Then this scene reminds me of Azana. Kazetora decides to fight with them when they're alone and sleeping. He also wants to take his revenge. When he was thinking like that, he suddenly sees Baji beside him. And once again, Baji made him realize why he can't make friends. Because of the confusing and scary face he has all the time. But Baji tells him everything what happened after he beat up by those gang members. Just like what happened when Mikey met Kazetora's father, the same thing happened once again. Mikey literally beat that gang all alone. Approximately there would be more than 30 members and all of them were older than Mikey. After beating those guys, Mikey stands like an invincible delinquent. There were no single scratch marks on Mikey's face. And this panel is so good. We can see how strong Mikey is. Even at his young age, he was undefeated and the strongest. Honestly, it would be so cool if they animated this scene. Because I feel it would be worthwhile. Kazetora was so shocked after seeing this. He can't believe Mikey took down all of them by himself. Baji says that they're not flocking around. If one of their members got hurt, they'll protect him with their all might. Baji also said the same thing when Toman gang was first formed. He always respects and helps his friends. Basically, Baji was always there for Kazetora. This brings back many memories. When Kazetora killed Shinichiro, even though Baji had no fault in it, he did not leave his side. He knew, if he sticks around, his future will be ruined. As they will be arrested and put to juvenile reformatory, but still he stuck to him throughout all the thick and thin. A bond that was created in this chapter is an everlasting bond. Which never broke. Even in the current timeline, we saw how close Baji and Kazetora are still, and how happily they are living their lives. I'm looking forward to seeing more of this duo, and it would be great if they showed how their friendship developed by time. And hope we will find it out soon. However, I don't know how many people remember this scene. We saw this small glimpse about Kazetora and Mikey in anime during Valhalla arc. Now we all know the reason behind it. Kazetora says that he don't like the way Mikey acts, he wants to settle all of his problems on his own. But Mikey didn't care about it. Ever since Mikey met Kazetora, he considered him as his friend. So he says, "You're mine, even your pain and sufferings, all of them, it's all mine." After this, Kazetora cried. Because he literally got a completely wrong idea about Mikey. Here comes an interesting part. So after Mikey beat to pulp those Black Dragon members, they all went back to the Black Dragon headquarters to complain about this conflict. Because all of them were defeated by one single middle schooler. Since they're all older than Mikey, still couldn't defeat him. So they were literally humiliated by Mikey. They couldn't accept this loss. They want to take revenge against Mikey. So they were telling all this to their president. That time Black Dragon president is Xian. He is the 9th generation president of Black Dragon. Even though we know he is a clown, but this panel looks so raw. However, he says that a gang like Black Dragon will not be involved in any kind of dispute related to a kid. Because all the gang have some reputation for their names. So he personally don't want to be involved in this matter. But Xian orders them to bring Kazetora's body to him. We don't know what Xian's intentions are. But he gave them 1 week time to his members to find Kazetora and bring to him in his headquarters. Otherwise, they would have to pay him in millions as an apology. After hearing this, all of his members became so scared because no one can offer millions. All of his members were involved with Kazetora because Kazetora's old friend wanted to take his revenge. So suddenly, all of the Black Dragon members got pissed at Kazetora's friend as well. And says to them to bring him here. Basically, even Kazetora is stronger than his friend. So now Kazetora has Mikey by his side. Even if they fought against them as a gang, they can't beat him. So those people started to become scared and say as long as Invincible Mikey is with him, they can't do anything about it. While they're shouting an argument about this, the word about Mikey caught someone's attention. Yeah, it's none other than Azana. We all know how much Azana hates Mikey in this timeline. Because Shinichiro wanted Mikey to lead the Black Dragon gang instead of him. So Azana order everyone there to clam down, and he asks more about Mikey. Azana is the former Black Dragon president that time. Only after this he created the Tenjiku gang. But everyone present there becomes shocked to see Azana. However, after 1 week, Baji and Mikey are riding the bike in a free spirit. Baji is seen discussing that dispute with Mikey, where he saved Kazetora from those guys. But Baji says, it seems like they have president for them. And their gang name is Black Dragon. After hearing this name, Mikey's face became so insensitive and emotionless, and we all know why. Baji tells Mikey that that gang is now after Kazetora for 1 week. Some of them are always fighting with him. But they can't bring Kazetora to their president. But he gets beaten up every day. Still, Kazetora didn't tell anything about this to his friends. He wants to solve all his problems on his own. But Mikey says, let's crush the Black Dragon gang. He suddenly got pretty excited, and this shocked Baji to the core. The reason why Mikey wanted to do this is because he said this line to Kazetora. You're mine, all of yours, suffering and pain too. It's really good to see how Mikey is consistent with his friends' feelings. And how he considered everyone as his own. After hearing this, Baji also becomes excited and wants to fight with the Black Dragons. And he says he has a great feeling for this. We already know what Baji's plan was. Because he wanted to form a gang for this reason. And then we saw this memorable scene in anime. All of the Toman founding members are discussing Kazetora's situation in the shrine. That's when they decided to form a gang. This is the whole reason behind this scene. Everyone agrees to form a gang, the Tokyo Manji gang. And then they bought a charm to celebrate it. 2 weeks later, they started fighting with the Black Dragon gang. This panel literally gave me chill. Because it's their fight battle. But all of them make fun of them because of their gang name and because they're still kids. But Toman didn't care about it, they introduced themselves one by one as very loudly. And finally Mikey introduced himself as the president. This scene was so good. I really hope they will animate this scene too. It was the biggest moment. And will be sure to give you all goosebumps. After this, they're running towards the Black Dragon gang members. Even though they're more in number. Toman didn't fear anything. But seeing their excitement made Xian scared. Then finally they started to fight with the Black Dragons. Officially they defeated all of them. Then after this, they become such a popular gang in Japan. This story is really good. Especially the way they conveyed how the Toman gang was formed. Also we saw how much they care about each other. Toman is really something else, and no doubt, it is my favorite gang in Tokyo Revengers. So with this, it's time to conclude the amazing story. If you guys like it, let me know below. Anyway, if you guys like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. And good luck to all.